crunch time
with Ryan Kordziel.
It's crunch time.
Unbelievable.
This is Kordziel Krunch
with Ryan Kordziel.
Hello and welcome to Kordziel Krunch. In 1991, the Buffalo Bills and New York Giants faced off in an epic Super Bowl matchup that today is regarded as one of the greatest Super Bowls ever played. The Bills had legendary players such as quarterback Jim Kelly, running back Thurman Thomas, and wide receiver Andre Reed, while the Giants had the legendary linebacker Lawrence Taylor and their Big Blue Wrecking Crew defense. Unfortunately, the Giants had lost starting quarterback Phil Simms to injury and were starting backup quarterback Jeff Hostetler, no doubt contributing to the Bills being 7-point favorites heading into the game. The Bills' first drive ended in a punt, and the Giants came out of the gate with a 10-play, 58-yard drive that ended in a field goal after chewing over 6 minutes off the clock. But the Bills struck back with a 66-yard drive, including a 61-yard pass from Jim Kelly to James Lofton that set up a field goal tying the game at 3. The Bills suddenly found their rhythm on the next possession. After forcing the Giants to punt, Jim Kelly embarked on a 12-play, 80-yard drive that took nearly 4.5 minutes off the clock. Andre Reed caught 4 of Kelly's next 6 passes, and the Bills had the ball at the Giants' 1-yard line before Kelly handed it off to running back Don Smith for the touchdown to take a 10-3 lead. The second quarter featured a pair of punts, and the Giants started off at their 7-yard line. Defensive end Bruce Smith sacked Hostetler for a safety, increasing the Bills' lead to 12-3. Later in the quarter, the Giants had the ball again, this time at their own 13-yard line. Abandoning their strategy of long drives, Hostetler led the Giants on an 87-yard drive, ending when Stephen Baker caught a 14-yard pass for a touchdown with just 25 seconds left in the half, cutting the Bills' lead to 12-10.
Down 10 at the 14, 30 seconds remaining in the half. Hostetler throws, touchdown! Stephen Baker. And he beats the main man, Nate Odoms. And that was a perfect throw. After 3 or 4 poorly thrown balls, Jeff Hostetler hits one right where it's supposed to be. And maybe more importantly, he had time to throw the ball.
The Giants opened the third quarter with a 14-play, 75-yard drive that ended with Otis Anderson's 1-yard touchdown run to take a 17-12 lead over Buffalo. The drive included a 14-yard pass to Mark Ingram on a 3rd and 13, and consumed a then Super Bowl record 9 minutes 29 seconds, a record which stood until Super Bowl 42. It featured 4 third-down conversions by the Giants. The Bills were forced to punt on their ensuing drive, but the Giants fared no better when, after driving to the Bills' 35-yard line, Bruce Smith tackled Otis Anderson for a 2-yard loss, and then the Bills drove 63 yards downfield on 4 plays, ending when Thurman Thomas scored a 31-yard touchdown and gave Buffalo a 19-17 lead.
Giants leading by a score of 17-12.
Here's Kelly shotgunning a running play. Thurman Thomas breaks it up to 25, still on his feet at the 20. Thurman Thomas has broken a 31-yard touchdown run, and the Bills have taken the lead.
Thomas's touchdown marked the 1,000th point in Super Bowl history. In the fourth quarter, the Giants opened with a 14-play, 74-yard drive which chewed over 7 minutes off the clock. The Bills halted the drive when linebacker Cornelius Bennett broke up a third-down pass from Hostetler, but the Giants got a field goal to take a 20-19 lead. To make matters worse for Buffalo, their next drive ended in a punt. The Giants failed to score on their next drive, and with 2 minutes 16 seconds left, Jim Kelly and Thurman Thomas got the Bills to the Giants' 29-yard line. With 8 seconds left in the game, the Bills sent Scott Norwood out to kick the game winner. A 47-yard try, Norwood had made 60% of his 40 to 49-yard field goal attempts in the 1990 season. He lined up to kick the ball, but it went wide right, and the Giants escaped Super Bowl XXV with a hard-fought 20-19 victory.
The quiet man of this football team, Scott Norwood. He can fire the shot heard round the world now. Here we go with 8 seconds to play. High drama here in the Super Bowl.
Snap, spot, in the air. It's got the distance. It is no good.
The Buffalo Bills would appear in the next 3 Super Bowls, losing them all, while the Giants would not appear again until 2000. Otis Anderson was named Super Bowl MVP after a 102-yard, 1-touchdown performance. This was the first Super Bowl where neither team committed a turnover. Thurman Thomas's 135 yards were the most of any running back on a losing team, and it was just the second Super Bowl to feature 2 100-yard rushers. Bills wide receiver James Lofton, quarterback Jim Kelly, running back Thurman Thomas, wide receiver Andre Reed, and defensive end Bruce Smith, as well as Giants linebacker Lawrence Taylor, were all inducted into the Hall of Fame, as well as Giants coach Bill Parcells and owner Wellington Mara, Bills coach Marv Levy, Bills general manager Bill Polian, and Bills owner and founder Ralph Wilson. That'll wrap up this episode of Kordziel Krunch. Join me next week when I take a look at another iconic moment in sports history. For Kordziel Krunch, I'm Ryan Kordziel. Thanks for listening.
Kordziel Krunch.
With Ryan Kordziel.
Ryan Kordziel. Crunch time.